my friend. Welcome to Next Level Women, the podcast for ambitious women who are ready to rise, take consistent action, and reach their next level in business, in life, and in purpose. I am your host, Joy Rowland, your next level mentor, here to help you build confidence, consistency, and courage so you can finally follow through on your dreams. Let's dive in. Hello, and welcome to this episode of the Next Level Women podcast. I have an exciting one for you today because I'm going to show you how to get 12 clients in 12 weeks. Now, this is guaranteed, by the way. So, I'm going to give you my exact blueprint, the thing I do in my business currently. And also, I have taught this to hundreds of clients at this stage. So get ready for a transformative session. In just about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, you will know exactly what to do in your business to get 12 new clients into your business every single 90-day period. So 12 clients in 12 weeks. Once you start this process, I want you to start tracking your numbers, and I'm going to get into all the details shortly. Before I dive in, I just want to tell you how amazing last week was. If you were in the Next Level Women networking event, you know exactly what I'm about to say. It was mind blowing. I had 57 women over the 3 days. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday last week, we had 57 women from different parts of the world. I had women from the US, from Canada, from Great Britain, from Sweden, from Ireland, from I can't remember all the countries. Belgium was one of them, and France. And it was so amazing to meet women from all over the world, ambitious women who are taking their businesses to the next level. Not only that, we had some incredible celebrations on the call. Molly Anderson from the US, she was celebrating that this year is a best year ever in business. She's had the most incredible sales, and I was in the breakout room when she mentioned that, and I was so excited. We came back into the main room, and I announced it to everyone on the call, and we all we all celebrated with Molly. So congratulations again, Molly. And the reason I brought that up is because maybe you are in a circle of friends or in a community where people are telling you that the economy is bad. Well, the economy is bad if you choose for the economy to be bad. And on the call as well, I shared that this year has been my best year in business. So the people you surround yourselves with matters, okay? If you're constantly with a group of friends or a group of people, family members who are constantly complaining about the economy, guess what? That is what you're going to manifest. Because what we hear, what we see is what our reality becomes. So I just want to celebrate Molly and all of the amazing women on the call last week. If you didn't have the chance to join us, we're going to have a monthly opportunity for you to come. It's all free, by the way. For you to come network with women and just take your business to the next level. Go to my Instagram. I did a post. I actually did a screen grab of the 3 days of women who were on the call and just celebrating people's businesses. So if you are lonely in your business, if you're implementing your business alone, you need to be in a community of women who are making things happen, because I believe collaboration works better than competition. When we collaborate, we all take our businesses to the next level. So thank you so much, Molly, at the same, for coming on the call, and thank you for sharing your success with us. Now, today I'm going to teach you how to land 12 new clients in the next 12 weeks. Now, like I have said, I have tested this process with my clients and with myself. So I am giving you what works. This is for you if you do not want to have to cold DM people, okay? Or if you do not want to run ads, okay? So I am not currently running ads. I have tried ads in the past. It hasn't worked. I will try again in the future. But for right now, I love the way my business is flowing. Now, so this will work if you have a high ticket offer. If you have a low ticket offer, I don't see the point of using this strategy. Okay, this is for people who have high ticket offer. So whether you're a coach or you do financial advising, or real estate mortgages, any of those things that involves people investing thousands of dollars, this is the strategy you need to be implementing. And the beauty about this strategy is it keeps working for you over and over again. Okay, so without much further ado, I'm going to dive in. The number one thing you need to land 12 clients in the next 12 weeks is a lead magnet. It's called a lead magnet or a freebie. And essentially, what a lead magnet is something you give for free that is hugely valuable to your target audience, that they are willing and ready to give you their email address in exchange for that lead magnet. So most likely you already have a lead magnet, but if you do not have a lead magnet, immediately after this video, you have to go create a lead magnet. So that's the number one thing you need. Not only do you need a lead magnet, you need an email nurture sequence behind that lead magnet. So what do I mean by that? I mean, when I give you my email address in exchange for your lead magnet, you have to nurture me, okay? Because I might not be ready to buy it right away. I always teach my clients, think of this as a relationship. Okay, if you were dating a guy, you wouldn't expect them to ask you to get married that same day, right? But for most business owners, they expect that when someone comes into your world, they'll just throw their credit cards at you. It doesn't work that way. There has to be a relationship from the point where someone meets you to the point where they get married. There has to be a relationship in between. And so the email nurture sequence is the relationship in between. If you offer me a lead magnet and I say, oh, that sounds really interesting, I want that resource, and I give you my email address, you have to have a nurture sequence behind that download to tell me who you are, what you offer. Over a number of days, I need to get to know you. So that's what an email nurture sequence is. So with your lead magnet, you need to have an email nurture sequence. So I recommend 7 to 10 days nurture sequence where people get to know you, what you offer, and then they get added to your email list. So that's the number one thing you need to land 12 clients in the next 12 weeks. The second thing you need is a YouTube channel. It blows my mind the number of business owners that aren't leveraging YouTube as a channel. Why does YouTube work? Billions of people use YouTube every single day. Billions of people. And video is the fastest way to build trust and connection. So, as a business owner, whether you do real estate, whether you do coaching, consulting, any type of high ticket offer you have, video is like the no brainer and it's free. Why aren't people leveraging this tool? You need to leverage YouTube. Now, you only need one video per week, just like I'm doing right now. Just one video for, I'd say, 30 minutes, a 30-minute video where people get to connect with you. People get to look into your eyes and you get to offer value, right? So right now I'm teaching you my methodology for getting 12 clients in 12 weeks. The same thing you need to do. So if you are, I'm going to use an example. If you're a weight loss coach, you need to talk about losing weight. You need to talk about the philosophy or mindset, your unique philosophy or mindset about losing weight. If you are a real estate broker or a realtor, you need to tell people the things to consider when selling a home or the things to consider when buying a home. That's an example of the kind of content you need to be putting out on YouTube. Now, if you leverage AI, ChatGPT will tell you the content your target audience would love to consume. Okay. So just go on your ChatGPT and say, based on everything you know about me, give me a list of 20 YouTube videos that my target audience will find useful. And YouTube will give you everything, even the script for your videos. Okay. So in 2025 and beyond, there is no more excuse because we now have ChatGPT. Okay. So you need to publish one video every single week. And I cannot stress enough the importance of consistency. Since I started my podcast since 2023, this is exactly 1 year. At the time of airing this video, it's exactly 2 years, 2 years since I launched my podcast. And I have launched an episode every single week. I haven't missed 1 week. Okay. If you go to my YouTube channel, you're going to see all the videos I have launched every single week. So consistency is key because the people you're trying to attract, when they see that you are consistent, it builds trust, right? So if your offer is 5K, for example, then they're more comfortable investing $5,000 in your program than someone that shows up 1 week, misses 2 weeks, doesn't show up. Like, how can people trust you? And I tell my clients, my podcast has been the best personal development tool in my business. It has helped me to become the woman who can earn over $20,000 every single month, right? So if you want to build a hugely successful business, you have to show up as that future version of yourself. The person who earns $50,000 every month, how do they show up? Right? You need to start showing up that way. And I promise you, the person that earns $50,000 every single month, she shows up consistently every week. Okay. So launch a YouTube channel. And I said this to all the ladies on my networking call last week. You have to have a YouTube channel. It's the fastest way to build trust with people. And there are billions of people on YouTube, right? Why aren't you leveraging this tool? Okay, now I know you're gonna feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to speak, or people are gonna judge me. I don't have what it takes. Yes, your brain is gonna offer all of that. How do I know? Because that's exactly what my brain offered when I started. English is not my first language, if you know my story, right? And I used to be so self conscious about the way I speak. And I used to be like, why would anyone watch my channel when there is bigger channels, Tony Robbins, and all of those big names in the business world? Why would anyone want to watch my channel? But I have proven to myself that there are people who want to hear from me. And that's the same thing for you as well. There is nobody on earth that is exactly like you. And only you can serve those people. Even if you're a business coach like me, like I have, most of my friends are business coaches as well, and we collaborate. We do Instagram lives, we do workshops together. And I have realized that even though we all do the same thing or something similar, people gravitate towards me for specific reasons because of my personality. The same way for my colleagues, my business coaching colleagues, people gravitate them for different reasons. So I want to challenge you, if your mind has been offering you all of those limiting beliefs and imposter syndrome, I want to tell you that there are people waiting for you. There are people waiting for you to show up in your power. There are people waiting for you to show up to serve them. And it is your responsibility because nobody else can serve them the way you can. And so I want to tell you, you have what it takes to start a YouTube channel. You have what it takes to be consistent, and you have what it takes to sign those high ticket clients. So that's um, item number 2 you need. Okay. So first we talked about lead magnet, and then we talked about the YouTube channel. The third thing you need is to guest on other people's podcasts twice a week. So you're going to go on 2 podcasts every single week as a guest. You're going to be interviewed as a guest. Why do you need to do this? Well, if you are starting out in business, or if you haven't been taking your business so seriously, people don't know you in the marketplace. People don't know you. You don't have the credibility to start. And so going on other people's podcasts is the fastest way to build credibility. I can guarantee you that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of podcasts who serve your target audience already. And the hosts or producers of these podcasts have already done the work to build the audience. You get to benefit from that work they've done already, and you get to come as a guest, give value, and then invite them to join your email list. This is so powerful because this is how you get people into your world. Now, how do I know? Because that's how I've grown my business. I go on 2 podcasts every single week as a guest. I get interviewed on those podcasts, and then I give my lead magnet at the end for people to download for free to get on my email list. Now, when you do this, there are two ways you can do this. You can do this manually by finding podcasts who are seeking guests, or you can do this using automation. You already know what option I'll go with. So I use automation and AI. So I have an AI tool that helps me to pitch podcasts who are already looking for guests. So I'm not wasting my time trying to find podcasts looking for guests. I have a tool that gives me the list. We can filter on the list all of the podcasts who serve your target audience, thousands of them. And I use my automated tool to send my pitch, customized pitches, personalized to the podcast. Like it's incredible. And I teach this inside of the Next Level Women membership. If you are not in the membership, you need to be in that membership. It's so accessible. I made it so accessible. It's only $97 per month. In fact, the value I have in the portal is the same value I give to my 10K clients. If you wanted to work with me right now one-on-one, as at the time of this recording is November 2025, it's $10,000 to work with me for 6 months. And you get all of that resources inside of the Next Level Women membership for only $97. It's just crazy. So I teach how to use automation to get on 2 podcasts every single week. And like I said, if you choose to do this manually, of course, you can do this manually. I'm happy to share with you my, it's called a speaker sheet. I designed this inside of Canva. I can send you a template. Just send me a DM on Instagram and I'll send you the template. And then you can go find those podcasts and pitch yourself as a guest on those podcasts. Remember at the beginning, I talked to you about having a lead magnet. That lead magnet is what you're going to offer people at the end of your podcast interview. Remember? So that's where people get into your world and then you nurture them and you tell them about your high ticket offer. So that's action item number 3, which is 2 podcast guest interview every single week. The fourth thing you're going to do to land 12 clients in 12 weeks is 1 monthly workshop. 1 monthly workshop. The workshop is a live event. I call it your destination sales event. This is once a month, just one time a month for 1 hour, where people come to experience what it will be like to work with you. You give incredible value and then you invite them to come work with you in your high ticket program. This is the most way I have converted clients. Why does this work? When somebody is on a workshop with you, they are essentially shutting down the world, all of the, I want to say, distractions of the world for just 1 hour. They get to experience a transformation with you as the leader. You're leading the workshop and you're giving them incredible value. So I recommend you host at least 1 monthly workshop, get people to come live, you give incredible value, and then you invite them to come work with you. Now, this strategy works whether you are a coach, consultant, whether you do financial advising. I spoke with someone last week. She's a financial advisor. She came to the Next Level Women networking event and she got on a coffee chat with me and I got to give her some tips to help her grow her business. So it doesn't matter your niche as long as it is high ticket. Okay. As long as it's high ticket and as long as it is service based, this strategy works. So once a week, you're going to host one workshop and you're going to give value. So it doesn't matter whether you use presentation slides or not. So I have tested this with both presentation slides as well as no presentation slides. It doesn't matter. It works either way. Number 5 is to attend one networking event per week. Networking events are avenues for you to meet new people, not necessarily clients, right? So I love going to networking events that aren't so pushy, where people just spam you with their links. I love going to networking events where I get to meet people and then get to know them. Okay. These events are a great place to find your collaboration partners, your referral partners, and sometimes clients. sometimes I have found people who just gravitate towards my energy because I'm not going to those networking events to find clients. So my energy is relaxed. I am enjoying the networking events, and it's completely different from other people who have that graspy energy, right? When people just want you to buy their offer, they want you to buy their products or their services, the energy is completely different. And so because I am not going there to find clients, I'm going there to network. My energy is different, and that energy actually attracts people. And people are like, "Oh, tell me what you do. I'd love to work with you," and all of those nice things. But primarily, you're not going there to find clients. You're going there to increase your network, and you're going there to find collaboration partners. So that's action number 5. The last thing you're going to do to land 12 clients every single 12 weeks is speaking events. Now, I know you're going to ask me, how am I going to find speaking events? Well, you're going to find speaking events from the 2 podcast guest interviews you're having because you're building a network with those podcast hosts. You're also going to find speaking events from the networking you do once a week. Trust me, you're going to grow your connection base, and naturally, speaking events are going to come up. Now, this is exactly what has happened for me. I remember someone reaching out after watching my one of my YouTube videos, inviting me to speak in Puerto Rico. So I know that this works. So you're gonna naturally start having networking, speaking events, and yes, at the beginning you're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna freak out." Yes, you're gonna feel like you're gonna freak out, but trust me, you're not gonna freak out. Just do the first one and then the second one, and before you know it, you're so comfortable speaking. Now, I remember in April of this year, so April 2025, if you go back to my Instagram feed, you're going to see this. I was invited to be one of the guest speakers at a conference called Beyond Patient Care Conference. This was for doctors, clinicians, nurses, people in the healthcare industry who were looking to build a business on the side. And just I only spoke for 45 minutes. And from that 45-minute talk I gave, I had 8 doctors as clients. 8 doctors as clients. 7 of them joined my program when it was still 5K for one-on-one coaching, and one of them joined when I bumped up my price to 10K because I was already fully booked. It was right for me to raise my prices. So from that event alone, I made $45,000 just from networking and being invited to speak at that event. So my friend, I tell you what works. So go um on my Instagram and you're gonna see that conference where I spoke. So I tell you, what I am teaching you today is exactly what I do in my business. This is how I have grown my business without cold DMing people. I am not someone that loves cold DM myself, so I wouldn't love to cold DM people. Also, I'm still learning ads. Okay, so I'm not running any ads at the moment. So for the future, I might run ads. So this strategy works if you don't want to cold DM people and if you don't want to run ads. Now, finally, so I'm giving you 6 things to do. I'm going to run through those 6 things. One, you have to have a lead magnet with an automated email nurture sequence. Now, if you don't know what this means, send me a DM. I'm going to explain to you what this means. Number 2 is a YouTube channel. You're going to post 1 video per week. And I have recommended that you use AI to help you identify the videos your target audience would want to watch on YouTube. And before I summarize this, I want to pause for a minute and tell you that when you start doing your YouTube videos every single week, I want to say, please do not chase vanity metrics. Okay? Now, number of subscribers doesn't matter. There are many people that watch my videos that aren't subscribers. Now, if you're one of them, please go subscribe, okay? But I am saying this that don't fixate on number of subscribers. That is not what determines whether you make money or not. I had someone reach out to me yesterday who watched a video I published 6 months ago. 6 months ago. And she's reaching out to hire me from the work I did 6 months ago. Okay, so these strategies I am giving you, they are very smart strategies. You do the work one time and you keep reaping the benefits for many, many months to come, if not years. So if you were to chase strategies, like strategies that come and go, let's say someone tells you, oh, I have hacked the Instagram algorithm, or I have hacked the TikTok algorithm, I'm going to make you go viral. My question to you is that strategy going to last you for months and years to come? Most likely no. But if you use YouTube, in fact, my best performing videos are videos I did 6 months to 1 year ago. Because how the YouTube algorithm works is it keeps recommending people over time. So you do the video on YouTube one time and you keep reaping the benefits over and over again. The same thing for podcasting. When you go as a guest on other people's podcasts, you do the podcast interview one time, but people keep finding that episode over and over and joining your email list. I cannot emphasize to you how much these strategies work. And that's why I am so passionate. And this is how I have helped my clients to hit 10K months plus in their businesses implementing these strategies. So, as smart business women, we need to adopt long term strategies that bring in high ROI, that's return on investment, that's return on time investment, and return on money investments. Okay, I'm going to summarize again. So, I have told you the things you need to do to land 12 clients in the next 12 weeks, guaranteed. I have tested this myself and I have tested this with my clients. Number one, you're going to create a compelling lead magnet, an irresistible free gift that you will give to your target audience that they are so excited to exchange their email address for. That's number one. Number two, you're going to launch your YouTube channel and you're going to start publishing one video every single week without fail. Okay. Number three, you're going to guest on 2 podcasts every single week. Number four, you're going to host one live workshop. This is not a recorded workshop, one live workshop every single month. Number five, you're going to go to one networking event per week to increase your network. And lastly, you're going to start speaking on stages. Now, this includes virtual stages as well as physical stages. So the Beyond Patient Care conference I told you about, it was a virtual conference. I logged in on Zoom exactly how I'm doing now. And then the other conference I attended was the Roadmap to Billions. That was an in-person event. So virtual works, in-person events work. You can go speak on them. So these are the 6 things. Now, the most important thing I want you to do is to track your numbers. So if you go on my page, I have a free gift of the 10K months calculator. In the 10K months calculator, you're going to find a tracker that tracks your monthly workshop. Why? In your monthly workshop, you're going to track how many people registered for the workshop. You're going to track how many people actually showed up for the workshop, because not all the people who register will actually turn up. So you're going to track those numbers. You're also going to track how many people sign up from the workshop. So those are the key metrics we track for workshops. We also track metrics on podcast guesting. We track metrics on your YouTube channel. Because guess what? You are running a business. This is not a hobby. Okay? We're also going to track your metrics on your email list. Now, if you're not doing that already, you need to be emailing your email list at least twice per week. So I email my email list 3 times per week, but you can do this twice per week. Now, the email to your email list should not be promotions all the time. So I have a 75% to 25% rule. So 75% of the time I am giving them incredible value, and only 25% of the time do I sell to them. So you need to be emailing your list at least twice a week. Now, you also have metrics to track for your email list. You're going to track open rates, click-through rates, how many people unsubscribe. All of those things will help you determine whether your email list is working, okay? So That's the thing. You need to be able to track your numbers, because when you can see your numbers on a sheet of paper, so I tell my clients, I need to be able to see your business on a sheet of paper. And this is how we know the income producing activities. So that means, what activities are we doing in our business that is actually creating results? So we need to be able to tell that, and we're able to tell that by tracking our numbers. Now, here's what I have for you. I've given you this blueprint, and like most people who listen to podcasts, they're like, "Oh yeah, that sounds incredible," and maybe you're like nodding your head and you're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, that's true. That should work," and then you don't take any action. So I want you to realize that just having the information is not going to get you the clients. You need accountability to take the action to get you the results. And that's what I offer for the women inside of my Next Level Women membership. This is where I keep you accountable. And remember, I told you it's only $97 per month. Now, I don't know how long I'll keep it this low, but for right now, it's $97 per month. So if you need help in your business, if you are not at 10K months yet, you need to jump on this offer. The link is going to be in the show notes or in the description if you're watching on YouTube. Inside of the membership, this is where I keep you accountable to take the action. Because guess what? Even though all of these things I have told you sounds good, when it comes time to take the action, your brain is going to come up with excuses. You're going to self-sabotage. And that's why you're not creating 10K months yet. It's not because you don't know what to do. It's because there is no accountability, there is no structure, there is no support. And for only $97 per month, you can get that inside of the Next Level Women membership. If you are tired of not having clients, if you're tired of throwing spaghetti at the wall and nothing is working in your business, if you're not at 10K months yet, you need to be in Next Level Women membership, where other women, including me, will keep you accountable every single week. Yes, we keep you accountable every single week so that you take the actions that will get you the results. I know. You watch all of those videos that talk about manifestation. I'm sorry to break this to you. If you believe in manifestation and you don't take the action, the results is not going to come. Okay, so you need to take the action to get the results. And inside of the Next Level Women membership is where we keep you accountable to take the action. Because guess what? Life is going to get in the way. Most likely, you have a 9 to 5 job. You're going to get tired on days where you decide to find podcasts to guest on, or on days when you're supposed to record your video for your YouTube channel. You're going to feel tired. You're going to self-sabotage. You're going to feel imposter syndrome. Who's going to help you then if you don't have a community of women to support you? Okay, so grab this opportunity. I don't know how long it will be for $97 for. So if you're watching this in the future and it's gone up to 297, like, don't come back to me and refer to this video. I had someone the other day come to say, "Oh, I want to work with you one-on-one, but I watched your video where you said it was for $5,000." And I'm like, that video was 1 year ago. Right? So if you're watching this in the future and it's no longer $97, there's nothing I can do, okay? So right now it's $97. I said November 2025. Go grab a seat inside of the Next Level Women membership. Remember, I am giving you all of my tools and strategies. So I'm going to teach you how to automatically find podcasts who are already looking for you. The podcast hosts who are already looking for guests. I'm going to give you a tool that lists all of those podcasts, and I'm going to give you another tool that automatically reaches out to them, so that all you have to do is just book in your calendar. It's incredible. Okay, so if you want to implement this strategy so that in the next 12 weeks you have 12 high ticket paying clients, grab the link to join the Next Level Women membership. I am so excited. I want to thank you all so much for all the amazing comments you send me on Instagram. In fact, I have people screen grabbing the episode on YouTube and sending me a DM and asking me their questions. Like, those DMs fill my heart with so much joy. If you're watching on YouTube, if you have any specific questions, type them in the comments and I will make it a point to respond to you. It's been a joy being with you on this episode. I will see you back here on the next episode. Wishing you so much joy, love, and light. Bye for now. Hey, look at that. You made it till the end. If this episode spoke to you in any way, do not just let the inspiration fade away. Turn it into action. Come on, join me inside the Next Level Women membership. There is no contract, it's month to month, and you get to cancel anytime. And many people stay because of the transformation. The Next Level Women membership is where you will get weekly coaching, accountability, and a sisterhood of women who are walking this journey with you. This is where you will stop doing it all alone. You will start rising with support and community. This is where consistency becomes natural, confidence becomes effortless, and your goals finally become your reality. Use the link below to join me now inside the membership and step into a community that will help you reach your next level. And you might find your new best friend in the community. You might find your new client in the community because you get to promote your business. You get to promote the things you're working on. And hey, if today's message has inspired you, please share it with another woman who's ready to rise. And don't forget to leave me a 5-star review, because when you leave us reviews, so many more people find the podcast and more women join this movement. Until next time, remember, you are not behind. You are becoming. Sending you lots of love. I truly mean that. I'll see you next time.